What's up, YouTubers? It is your boy, Dalyxman, and this is my weekly Q&A, Dalyxman's Q&A Corner, and I think we're at number 11. Let me be sure. I don't want to tell you, yes, number 11. And as always, every Wednesday, I will be answering your questions in under 15 minutes. If you have a question for me, wrestling or non-wrestling related, please send it to my Ask FM page, and I will happily answer it if I see it. Be aware that I won't get to everyone's questions, and if I miss yours, don't worry, maybe I'll catch it next week. So with that said, let's get started. How do I feel about John Cena getting a rematch against Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions? This was confirmed on Main Event last night, I believe. Well, I'm not really upset about it. Think about it this way, guys. If Lesnar dominated, annihilated, massacred, whatever verb you want to put in there for absolute slaughter against John Cena at SummerSlam, what makes you think that Cena's going to beat him at Night of Champions? Listen, the WWE has done some stupid stuff. I will give them the benefit of the doubt on this one. They would have to be absolutely retarded to have Cena beat Lesnar at Night of Champions. I know they're obsessed with Cena. I know they're high on Cena, but they're not stupid. They know very well fans would rage, would be very upset, and would probably, I'm going to say it, they would probably unsubscribe from the network on purpose just to show them how upset they are if they have Cena beat Lesnar. And I don't think the WWE is going to do that. I know the idea of them doing it is not out of the realm of possibility, but trust me on this one, Lesnar's not losing to Cena at Night of Champions. Not after the massacre he got at SummerSlam. It ain't happening. He might, have a more competitive match with Lesnar, but trust me, it's not going to be what we think or what you think is going to be. It's not going to be a squash. It's not going to be a win back for Cena. It's not going to happen. I guarantee you. And the more I think about it, they're pretty much extending all the feuds from SummerSlam. I guarantee you we'll get Paige and AJ again. We'll get, most likely, Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho. Most likely we'll get, I was going to say Swagger and Rusev. Probably not. I think we're getting Henry and Rusev, which is fine with me. And I'm pretty sure we'll also get something involving Brie and Stephanie. I know Nikki's involved, but I'm pretty sure, based off of their promo on Raw, Stephanie is going to be involved with that feud. So we're pretty much extending all the feuds for Night of Champions. We might even get Ziggler and Miz again. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, don't worry. Lesnar is going to beat Cena. And if he does, good mic work, I'm looking at you. I want that Cena rant video. Tell him I said that. Do you see Stephanie McMahon becoming a Divas champion near the future for a short period? I wouldn't mind it. With the way Stephanie wrestles today, and based off of how bad she used to be, I think she would be a really good Divas champion. As a matter of fact, let me address this. At SummerSlam, I heard the crowd chanting, "You still got it," towards Stephanie. When did she ever have it? To me, based off of how she used to wrestle, Stephanie has improved miles ahead. And I guess I can contribute that to Triple H training her, I suppose, but yeah, with the way Stephanie wrestles now, I would love for her to be Divas champion. Will it happen? Most likely not. What stipulation do you want from Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins at Night of Champions? Honestly, I don't see them wrestling at Night of Champions. But if they did, why not? You know what? Let's not do Steel Cage, because Hell in a Cell will be their cage match. If they had a match at Night of Champions, maybe something along the lines of a ladder match for the briefcase, that would be awesome. And since someone has to defend something at Night of Champions, I would think Seth Rollins would have to defend the briefcase. Don't know how you would get around that. That's just something I'm throwing out there. maybe a bull rope match, something. I don't really know, because they already gave us the Falls Count Anywhere match. So, it's anyone's game. I would take any match involving Ambrose and Rollins at this point. If they can make a lumberjack match great, for me, they can make any match great. So, anything would do. Who would you like to see get to the main roster first from NXT? Okay. Kevin Steen, Kenta, Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville. Sami Zayn. Sami has to get there first. I would like all of them to get there eventually. But Sami has proven to be this little thing I call bulletproof. Which means he can get any program, he can work with anybody, anything, and make it awesome. You get those very rare wrestlers who can do something like that. And I think Sami Zayn is that type of guy. And when he gets to the main roster, give him half a year and he'll be over big time. Guarantee you. If Christian was to come back and wrestle soon, who would you like to see him face? Ziggler. I would love to see Christian versus Ziggler for the IC Championship. As a matter of fact, I hope they do that feud in the future. You do a storyline where, Christian is friends with Ziggler and, is supporting him. Or, no, let's not do that. That's been done too many times. Let's just say Ziggler is having great matches. Christian sees him, is jealous of him, and since he's not wrestling right now, you do these backstage promos where Christian comes up to Ziggler and is like, you know what, Ziggler? That could be me. I know I can't wrestle as good as I used to, but there used to be a day where I was the workhorse of WWE, where I was the guy to watch out for. And seeing you out there makes me very bitter. And that grows, and that grows, and that grows, and he turns heel, if he's not already a heel, and they end up having a match. That would be a great match to have. Maybe even for WrestleMania, if they start building it for Survivor Series. I would love for that to be a WrestleMania match. Oh my god, wouldn't that be awesome? With the storyline I gave you, hell yeah, why not? What do you think of a possible feud between Mickie James coming back to wrestle either AJ or Paige? I think that would be awesome. Battle of the Crazy Chicks. No matter where you go, I think that would actually be freaking awesome. I would rather see AJ versus Mickie than Paige versus Mickie. I think those two are much more seasoned and they can work a better program. Not saying Paige can't work a great program with Mickie, but I see one guaranteed more with AJ and Mickie. Do you see Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania 31? Only if Rollins cashes in. If we do Reigns versus Lesnar, and Reigns just so happens to beat Lesnar, that would be the perfect moment for Rollins to cash in. That is a Money in the Bank winner's dream moment. To cash in the main event of WrestleMania and walk out with the championship. I'm still shocked no one has done that. But I think Rollins could be the first one. And I hope he's the first one, in a sense. That would be a great moment. So, yeah. I could see it happening, but only in that scenario. Do you think the Usos are going to turn heel sometime? No. Don't worry. They're not going to turn heel anytime soon. If they do, it will fail. The Usos are way too likable to really be bad guys. Just saying. After his feud with Chris Jericho, where does Bray Wyatt go from there? I have no idea. When you figure it out, let me know. Honestly, I would put him in a feud with Roman Reigns. As I said before, this mega push for Reigns, I think, is doing him no favors. We need to take time with him. Have him do more feuds. Have him interact with other characters. Let him grow as a character. And let him show the audience different sides of him besides punch, ooh, ah, and stuff like that. And I think that is the best thing to do for both of them. Bray Wyatt is trying to be the roadblock for the guy that's considered the golden boy. And I think that would be new material for both Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns. So yeah, I would love for that feud to take place around Survivor Series-ish, maybe. Let's go for it. Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. Do you think Stardust and Goldust, or Gold Star, will win the Tag Team Championships? Okay. Hold them until the Royal Rumble. Alright. One turns heel on the other and have a match at WrestleMania 31. That is the ideal build. I would think so. That would be the ideal build I would do. And that sounds great. I would love that to happen. Will it happen? You would think, but I don't know what WWE does now. The creative process is so jumbled up and just so off that even now, with this tag team, they had no direction. Stardust is a great character. Another face of Cody Rhodes that just shows you how versatile this guy is. But obviously, they don't know what to do with them. And as much as I would like for that to be the plan for them, I don't see the WWE thinking that far ahead, and I think that's absolutely pathetic. These guys who get paid to create and write for these wrestlers don't know what the hell to do with them. If it gets to a point that you guys who asked me this question and obviously took the time to outline this and do it very well, if you can do it better than them, there's a problem. If I can do it better than the people who get paid to create the storylines and the shows for these wrestlers, there's a big freaking problem. I'm just saying. But yeah, I would love that to happen. Let me see here. I think I answered those questions there. If CM Punk decided to return for one more match, who do you think he would wrestle? Who do you think I think he would wrestle? It would be Bryan, obviously, in an Iron Man match. Why? Because not only is it a match that we want, it's a match that he wants. He wants an Iron Man match with Bryan. And I think he said something about that at... which Q&A was it? I don't even remember what Q&A it was. But he did mention it in a Q&A. He would have loved to have fought Bryan in the main event at WrestleMania 30. But, of course, that didn't happen. But that would have to be the ideal retirement match for CM Punk. Do I see Daniel Bryan returning at Royal Rumble, winning it, and facing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31 in the main event? I would love for that to happen. And me being a Daniel Bryan fan, I'm going to hold out hope that that does happen. I'm not making any promises. I can't promise you it will happen, because his injury is such a big problem right now that anything can happen with him. For all we know, he might return at Survivor Series. And then again, he might not even appear for WrestleMania 31. So, we'll have to see. I think it's sad that he got put in this position, but shit happens, and when life throws you crap, you have to sometimes learn how to either eat it or make gold out of it. It's hard. It sucks. But, I'm pretty sure Bryan will be alright. What's the freaking analogy? Is it life throws you lemons and you make lemonade? What did I say? Did I say life throws you crap and you either eat it or make gold out of it? Let me end this Q&A before you guys unsubscribe to me because of my bad analogies. Last question. This is a doozy. How do you feel about the situation involving Del Rio and Rey Mysterio possibly going to AAA while they're under contract? I don't know what it's like backstage in WWE. I wouldn't be shocked if there was racism backstage, and if that's the case, shame on WWE. They are in charge of that. They should keep an eye on that. Get control of your employees. But at the same time, there is some accountability that needs to be held for Del Rio and Rey Mysterio. You're under contract. Honor it. If you break it, that just shows you that you're unprofessional and you can't be trusted. Hey, let's say AAA does something that pisses Del Rio off. Is he going to do the same thing to them? That's something you have to watch out for. I respect Rey and Del Rio, but if they're under contract, do things the right way to get out of that contract. That's my thing. Hey, there may be racism in WWE. Don't be another CM Punk. We don't need another one of those. Cool? Your boy, Dalyxman, signing off.